Here in Manchester, New Hampshire, honored to be joined by former Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty. Governor, good to see you, sir.
Great to be with you. Thanks for all the great work that you do with the NRA.
Oh, our pleasure, sir. We saw you yesterday at the Mitt Romney rally. Why were you there? Why do you support him?
Well, when you look at this field, in my view, Mitt is the most capable, most knowledgeable, and most electable candidate in this field by far. And I respect the other candidates, but look, we got to have somebody who can not only win the nomination, but also win the election, and Mitt can do both.
Governor, how do you come from a state that can elect you and can elect a Senator Al Franken? How do you explain that?
Well, Minnesota is a challenging state for a conservative Republican, but in the right year, with the right candidate, with the right tailwind, you can do it. But the fact of the matter is it's challenging. And Minnesota has the longest unbroken streak of voting for Democrats in the presidential race, I'm sad to say, but hopefully this year that'll change.
How has the Obama presidency been to you? You know, of course, you were not for President Obama, and you're not now, but how do you think his presidency has been, and what do you think would happen to the country if he were to be reelected?
Well, I think with Obama's election, the country was caught up in much of it an emotional moment, and they didn't think through as deeply as they should have about the fact that he didn't have the experience to be president. I mean, he hadn't really run anything, hadn't really done anything in terms of running a large enterprise under crisis, and then he became the president of the United States, and he's in over his head, and then worse yet, he's got a very dangerous philosophy, a big government liberal philosophy. He's tried his economic policies. They haven't worked. In fact, they've made the recession even worse. And it's time to put somebody in charge who's got deep private sector background. It's one of the great advantages that Mitt Romney has in the race.
So let's say Mr. Romney becomes a GOP nominee, and magic wand, he makes you his campaign manager, campaign advisor. What's Barack Obama's biggest weakness that you would exploit?
Well, of course, right now one of the main concerns is the jobs and the economy, and Barack Obama's plan has failed. He's had a failed presidency when it comes to the economy and jobs. That stands in contrast to Mitt Romney's lifelong track record strength of leadership and success in the private economy. And if you want to ask and answer the question, how do we grow jobs in America? You don't go ask the politicians in Washington, D.C. If you go ask the people who are running small and medium-sized businesses all over this country, they'll tell you the answer. They say, get the government off my back. And some talk about taxes, some talk about regulation, others talk about energy and the like. Mitt Romney's actually started businesses, grown businesses, provided jobs. Barack Obama did none of that.
What does the Second Amendment mean to your average Minnesotan?
Well, I think they respect the Second Amendment, and I'm a strong supporter of it. I think I'm the only governor in the country who signed concealed carry twice, once before and once after the court threw it out, and we got it repassed and put into law. And by the way, it's been a tremendous success in my state. But, you know, the Constitution is paramount, and the Second Amendment, that with giving people the right to keep and bear arms, needs to be protected, defended, and part of that is making sure we stand strong and educate and raise awareness about issues as they come up, and that's why the work of the NRA is so important, and I'm grateful for the work that you do.
Last question, I know you're very busy. Why should people come spend their tourism dollars, come hunt, fish, and enjoy your state?
Well, because if you're an outdoors person and you love to hunt and fish, Minnesota's a great spot for that. You know, ranging from, we got some wonderful pheasant hunting, we got great deer hunting, we got some of the best grouse hunting in the country and around the Grand Rapids area in northern Minnesota, and of course, people love to fish in my state and much, much more. So it's a great, great place. And by the way, you should come and try it. I know you've enjoyed that, but I think you particularly enjoy Minnesota.
Very good, Governor Pawlenty. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.